Let's get it started and let's get the stories in here. Let's get the stories in.
Action!
Speaking of sequels, and we'll stay in Disney land, Star Wars.
Okay.
The highest rated Star Wars thing that has come out since Disney's taken over
Mandalorian.
is actually Andor.
Highest streaming show of 2023.
I meant critical acclaim.
I know.
Let's not get into that debate.
Andor is amazing. Except it should just be called or with a question mark, because I always just say and/or.
And/or?
And/or what? And/or what?
It's like, are we doing improv?
Yeah.
Yes and?
Yes and
right
or.
After and or, we have yes and.
Fucking A.
So season 2 and the final season, because it was always
It got
a limited
a
thing.
24 episode order, 12 episodes.
They like broke it apart
each.
into
Yeah.
being, so they're
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
They're done filming. That's
Fuck yes.
That's
dude.
a wrap.
Andor is one of the best things Star Wars has put out in the past 10 years. Not gonna lie. Mandalorian is good, but it's its own thing, really, at this point.
and we have Mandalorian news, but the movie's coming in 26. So
The movie,
that's
that's happening. Yeah.
I waited for season 2. I wanted to get closer before I blew through season 1, and I'm on a homework assignment from you to catch up, so I can.
Yeah,
watch
you are.
Ahsoka.
You made me watch Percy Jackson by myself, so you
yeah.
forced me with a gun to my head to watch Percy Jackson all by myself.
I did it with magical Olympian powers, and I said, "Watch." I don't know what they have. I was gonna say wand.
The god of streaming. Yeah. Plus a kiss. The god of streaming.
Gross. That's really gross. Speaking of Percy Jackson.
Yeah, I saw it.
Nice.
I saw it.
Nice. Season 2. Check out his review of season 1.
Oof.
It wasn't great.
Yeah, I did not hate it.
You didn't hate it either.
But I didn't hate it either. Yeah.
You said that there's enough groundwork there.
Yeah.
Right? You go check
This
out
is
the
just
review.
like it's homework. You know, it's just set up for all the other seasons.
It's
like
a tutorial.
Cool. Yeah, it's Harry Potter Legacy.
It's just a tutorial. The second season budget is allegedly going to be higher, even though there's no number yet. So we'll see, because they were at 18 mil an episode in the first season.
That was the problem. The budget was too low.
Yeah, maybe put some of that money towards the writing. I don't know. Speaking of second season renewals, Goosebumps gets a second season.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But not the other Goosebumps thing that got announced, right? This is like
It's a
Justin
different
Long Goosebumps second season.
That's the movie series that's on Netflix. The Fear Street thing or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I think that's...
Yeah, Hollywood's all in on Goosebumps for some
Which is weird because
reason.
it took a long time. The first season premiered to 4.2 million total viewers, but that was across Disney Plus and Hulu. So, like, is that good?
And it had a 5-episode premiere.
Yeah, is that good?
So that's like not good.
That seems
Over
like
5
cheating.
episodes, yeah.
Yeah, that seems
the highest stream show. They did that with Obi-Wan, the highest stream show debut of all our fucking shows. Yeah, because you put out 2 episodes. The most watch time. Like, yeah. Well, no, because you put out 5 times the content you normally would have. Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't seem...
That show sucked on Toast. I've talked about it before.
Yeah,
so
you said it was a real roller coaster. It really started...
like
and
had a
then
debut,
the
and
bottom
it was like
dropped out.
amazing. And then they're like, we got to do plot.
My kids
And then the
lost
plot
interest,
ended,
too.
and then they're like, what if we did like a road
Road
trip?
trip.
And then like 2 epilogue episodes. And it's like, why would you do that? Yeah.
Yeah, Goosebumps instead of like road chip. Like it would be like speed bumps.
Speed bumps. R.L. Stein's Speed Bumps.
Totally
Yeah.
different thing.
Holy shit.
Also getting renewed, which I've been trying to watch this, okay? Because everyone's like, you got to watch it. It's the greatest thing ever. ABC's Abbott Elementary, which is the latest and last right now workplace style.
Is that the one with?
Office style, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Is that the
Parks
one
and
with the
Race?
Always Sunny guy, Dennis?
No.
No.
That was a different teacher show.
Oh, okay.
This is literally shot like Parks and Recs. You got people in the office. They're talking to the camera every once in a while.
Okay.
Modern Family staring at the camera. Very. The first 2 seasons, I mean, it's okay. It's not bad. You're not going to like go, oh my God, what did
Are
I
they
just
trying
waste
too
my
hard
time?
to be those other shows?
It tries to be The Office in the first season. The second season's a little better. I just watched, I haven't watched every episode, I'll be honest. I've watched a bunch, but I haven't watched all of them.
Sure.
It just premiered because of the strike. All the networks are premiering now this month. Super
Okay.
Bowl is like the new ring and everything.
Kickoff. Yeah. No pun intended.
The premiere is good. Nice. The premiere is good, probably better than it's been. But like I was reading things, critics going like, "It's finally there with The Office," and you know what I mean.
They say that for every show. That Ted Danson Mayor show, like they're like, it's basically the new Office,
That was
and
supposed
then
to be a 30 Rock spinoff originally.
Yeah.
with Alec Baldwin.
but they like didn't lean into it.
They totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Weird.
So That's interesting. That's like ABC's biggest comedy show that they
Is
have.
it same creators, writers?
No, the main character in Star, she's the writer and director.
Okay.
And star
and star
everything.
Seems like an undertaking
Well,
you wouldn't want to be a part of.
She tries to basically be like
Michael Scott.
This weird combo of like she's dumb like Michael Scott, but she's also not the boss because she's a new teacher. I thought basically like new to the office, so she's got this like weird gym vibe too, where she's like trying to be like aloof to everything.
Okay, yeah,
it's really weird. She tries like way too hard, and then the principal is literally Steve Carell. She's like completely inept at her job, should not have the job, has blackmail on her boss to have the job. So you're like, oh, I'm doing it's The Office.
Oh, it's The Office, just at a high school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So,
yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, you know, if you like those, hopefully it gets better. Parks and Rec's got better. By season 3, Parks and Rec was hitting its stride. So,
very true.
Last TV news.
Yeah, it does take a while for those shows.
Some of those shows do. And then you go back and rewatch it, and you're like, oh, that's not bad.
That is
I like
good.
The characters.
Yeah.
Now.
Right.
Game of Thrones, another Game of Thrones show as we get closer to House of the Dragon season 2. This one, Aegon's Conquest.
Which is a prequel, right?
Which it looks like, if I'm reading this right, is going to take place between House of the Dragon
and Game of Thrones.
If I'm reading this correct, HBO is partnering with Matt Tomlin, an in-demand writer who has uncredited work on Matt Reeves' The Batman and is also co-writing the sequel. Batman.
Oh shit! Okay, all right.
He also wrote Keanu Reeves' action comic. And I just got a little pop up because I'm trying. Berserker. It's a comic. He's got a comic, but they're doing an adaptation of it.
Oh shit! Okay.
So it's basically going to be. I'm sorry. It's a direct prequel to House of Dragon. They're going backwards.
That's what I thought.
Again.
They're going backwards.
So like
again.
they just keep going backwards.
You've got to come back with me.
It's like right before House of the Dragon picks up, right?
I think so.
Because it's still like it's how they got the Iron Throne. Like,
basically,
how they.
It'll probably be like 100 years or so before House of the Dragon. They're like trying to go the other way so hard.
Because they can't go forward because we already know how that shit ends.
Yeah. That's not good. They're too scared to
There's no
to
amount of
fix that.
retconning. What happened, and we'll touch on this, to like the Jon Snow show, like
takes place after.
the Wall show.
I think they're too scared to retcon it. I would fix it. You could take the Jon show and act it as like an extended season 9 finale that one season and fix. He comes back and he's like, no, we're not doing all of that. We're actually doing this.
We're doing this.
And then you go, oh, okay, it's fixed. Seriously. And I'd be like, oh, we'll just, it's almost like season 9 of Game of Thrones now.
And we're bringing back D&D. Yeah. No!
No! God, please, no! No!
Speaking of bad decisions, I have 2 before we get to the
Speaking of dumbasses who don't know how to do anything,
which one you want first? The movie-related one or the studio-related one?
I'll take the studio-related one for
Sony.
500.
Sony, now, okay. Funimation, little anime thing here. Funimation got bought by Crunchyroll.
Yes.
Okay? Crunchyroll got bought by Sony. Now that Sony is merging all of that stuff.
That's why One Piece is airing on Netflix week to week because they're all circle jerking each other.
They are.
Yeah.
And because Sony doing this, there's a loophole. They are now able to, and they are deleting everyone's permanent catalog that they spent money on back from the Funimation days and the Crunchyroll days, and they are making everyone repurchase their stuff. Now, all this in the era while they're trying to stop physical media. And they're like, oh, by the way, all that stuff you already got, well, technically, if you read your licensing thing, we can delete it whenever we want if the company gets sold.
Oh, my fucking God.
You don't own that anymore.
You don't own it. Like, we'll come and take your fucking Blu-rays from your house. Like, no, what?
That's why physical media, I'm telling you, man, people, you guys watch us, buy physical media, but the most that you can because we're running out of, we won't have it. Like, all the stuff Max got rid of. Yeah. All the animated shows, they don't exist anymore.
They don't exist. Final Space.
Can't
watch that anywhere. You like
Midnight Train.
If you want to watch those shows, you have to pirate them. And it's like,
because once they're sold out at all the retailers, and most places like Best Buy and Walmart now are pulling all of the media.
Or people have bought all the copies. Like, I'm like, man, I really wanted to watch that final season of Final Space.
Don't pirate.
Yeah, but don't. It's like, well, then how do I watch the thing?
By the way, we just upped the price. It's $25 a month now. Yeah. But you can't watch that shit because
like,
we deleted
fuck you.
it.
I'm going to go download it. I don't even care if I'm saying that. Like, no. I want to watch the show that you aren't letting me watch.
Like, when the creator's like, yeah, if you can find it.
Yeah. Watch it where you can. Yeah. 123movies.com.
And, the last bad decision, they've announced another Jurassic World movie.
Ugh.
We were done. I thought we brought the original cast back and we did the whole like, hey guys, remember? And they did the member thing for a half a movie and then they wrapped it all up, right? Didn't we?
Dominion sucked.
And it was bad. And
And
they
it
wrapped
was
it up and it's over.
Awful. Are they going to do dinos in space like we fucking joked about like 2 years ago? Dinos in space dinos?
Where else can you go? It's like
We're going to
Fast
do
and the
Jurassic
Furious.
Park on the moon.
We'll be at movie 7 now. Like, where else do you go at movies? It's like it is literally like Fast and the Furious. Eventually,
Yeah, they try and do the dinosaurs, and the dinosaurs break out and they eat all the people, and we got to stop the dinosaurs. That's the only plot you can do for Jurassic Park because they've done it 6 times already. Like, the dinosaurs can't get bigger. You made Ultra Dino in the last one.
Giganotosaurus. Biggest carnivore the world has ever seen.
What was it called? Like Supersaurus Rex?
Megasaurus or some Ultrasaurus. Ultrasaur, I think, was one of them.
Was
Like
it?
some stupid like unobtainium? Like, no, guys, that's a placeholder name.
An Obtainosaur? Yeah.
David Leitch, Leitch. I'm probably butchering his last
Leitch.
name. Leitch, who did Bullet Train.
Because he's leeching the property.
Will be directing. It's set to dude, it's coming out July 2nd next year already.
What? But with no Chris Pratt or Bryce Dallas Howard or Laura
The
Dern?
new
or...
movie will be a completely fresh take on Jurassic era with Jurassic World cast members Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard not expected to return, nor the original trilogy's stars.
So why the fudge
are we doing another one?
does anyone care then?
Why are we doing another one?
Unless it's like
Why are we doing another one?
cavemen are building a theme park and like and it's set in like 65 million years ago.
Maybe they find a human caveman and they bring him back, and then he's like trying to kill the dinosaur. Like, you'd have to go some
Or
weird.
the dinosaurs are put people in the parks and then
Yeah, guys, you did cloning where a half dinosaur, half girl clone. Like, where are you going? Where do you go? There's literally nowhere to go.
Dino warfare.
Yeah, unless they got jetpacks in space with helmets on and the raptors are helping, like, Blue! And Blue comes like, with his little raptor hand. What are you doing? Yeah. What are you doing? And he's like growling, but you can't hear it because it's like, your comms, Blue.
And it turns out in space they can hear you roar. Yeah.
Gross.
Just do ISS with dinosaurs.
Jurassic World ISS.
Yeah, just do gravity with
We need to start
dinosaurs.
doing those kind of parodies.
The
for
space
this channel.
pterodactyl.
Just put like superimpose PNG raptor faces on the trailer, and they're just every time there's a talking line. They're just. All right, let's get into box office. 'Cause, oh Lord,
What did we get? Lisa Frankenstein?
Lisa Frankenstein.
Which hold on, they were probably like, this is the best name for a movie ever fucking made.
You guys see what we did?
Guys, see, it's like the Binders, you know, like Lisa
But
Frank,
also,
but Frankenstein.
she's like a female doctor. Of
And there's like
Frankenstein.
zombies. Yeah, she dates a zombie, I think, and that's what it is. I don't fucking know. I have no interest in seeing this movie, but
Couldn't even beat Argyle in week 2. Wow. We didn't do box office this week because it was the only new one. The over under Hollywood wise was at 10 million. It didn't.
Super Bowl weekend.
It didn't.
Yeah, shit the bed, huh?
It did not do well. It made. Are you ready?
It's about as relevant as Lisa Frank is now.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
3.8 million.
Ooh.
Opening weekend.
How much did it cost? Do we know? Do we know the
I
budget
have
of Lisa
to-
Frankenstein?
I do not know the budget.
Holy
Give me a
shit.
second while I read.
I can't
these.
imagine. That's like a rom-com, right? So it's like there's no way it can be that high. It was like a romantic horror. I don't know what the movie
It
is.
is. It's like she basically
She like bangs a zombie, right?
she gets someone like from the 1800s alive, Frankensteins them somehow, but they still have skin and they're a zombie, but they haven't been just a skull because they've been dead for 200 plus years. But I don't understand.
It's Dr. Victor Frankenstein that she revives. His name's probably Victor.
Which check out. We have a poll up on Coming This Summer, which is your favorite? Which Young Frankenstein winning by
Frankenweenie.
Frankenweenie.
That's
number
my
2.
favorite.
That's a good
yeah,
one.
I love Frankenweenie.
That's a good one. Budget.
Lisa Frankenstein's budget is.
I can't get a 13 million. That's not too bad.
Yeah, but for a 10 million opening fucking weekend, that's.
But not 10 million. You got 3.8 million opening week.
Oh, yeah, that was a projection in for
That
10
was
million.
projected.
Ooh. Yeah, they need to make $10 more million to break even.
These movies
Wow.
are normally missed. Jennifer's Body from 2009 only did 6.8 million opening weekend.
Jennifer's Body's good now,
right?
but it wasn't a good theater release.
Didn't make anything.
No.
Happy Day Death 2 made 9 million to open. Ready or Not 8 million. I guess these are all in the same vein. So I'll get to that. Argyle dropped.
Ready or Not, that hide and seek horror movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking
Gross.
whatever.
Argyle did 6.5 million, down 63%. It's made a whopping just under 29 million domestically. Oof City there. Number 2, Lisa Frankenstein at 3.8 million.
They poured everything into Argyle marketing. Everything got poured into that marketing, and it fucking flopped so hard.
It's at halfway of number 3, Beekeeper, only dropping 34%.
I
boy
did a
Jason.
Deadpool.
It's at about 55 million domestically. It's doing pretty good. It's like a little sleeper hit.
Okay. Beekeeper, great movie. Solid movie.
The
Go watch
Chosen
Beekeeper.
only dropped that crazy religious show, only dropped 47%. It did another
Whoa.
3 million.
Oh,
Wonka still in the top 5.
damn.
Just over 3 million. It's now at 205 million domestically.
Dune got put back in theaters. Timothy
Oh,
Chalamet.
to get ready.
Yeah, they in IMAX they reissued it in. I'm like, I almost went and watched it this weekend, and then I just fired up Max and said,
Why
I
do
can
that?
like play video games and fucking click through this 2 hour and 48-minute movie because that's how fucking long that movie is.
Oof.
Yeah.
Anyone But You, number 6, still chugging. It's over 80 million.
That'll probably get a
domestically
boost this
now. It's gonna get a
weekend.
boost this weekend.
Yeah, I don't think it'll beat Wonka next weekend, but it'll get a pop. I think it'll get a pop.
American Fiction, number 7.
Heyo.
It's doing all right now. It's like Poor Things at number 8. Aquaman still in the top 10. Still over
Really?
$1 million for the weekend. It is now over 122 million domestically.
Really?
And then Out of the Darkness, number 10. Night Swim completely is
Oof.
done. It poops the bed at
What?
40 million.
What movie? I don't remember that at all.
Last thing, Disney's big re-release of Turning Red.
It didn't even. It made like 100,000, right?
Where are we at? Hold on.
Like
that's-
135,000?
That was for opening day.
Oof.
Hold on. We got 10, 11, 12, 13.
Well, I'm holding out hope.
14th. Just beating the Iron Claw that came out in November, December.
Wow.
$535,000 for
No
a
marketing for that.
$300 per theater average.
They didn't even bother with a theater re-release trailer
Nothing.
anywhere. I'm not
Why
like
do
talking
it?
about a Super Bowl
No,
trailer,
why
but like,
release it?
why put it out?
They made $500,000. It probably costs more to get that into theaters to re-release it than
Yeah,
it made.
we talked about this off air, but like, do extra deleted
Anything.
scenes. Maybe reanimate it a little bit. Maybe retouch it up. I don't fucking know. Anything else to not be just pay us money because we're fucking clearly desperate and need money. Yeah.
Migration fell off the face of the earth, though. That's interesting.
I don't remember that movie. I have no idea what you're talking about.
My what now? My watching?
Am I watching?
All right, that's it. We're done. I think that's it for the week.
Boom. Cinemagasm. Tell us how much you sin a game. Okay. It's the fucking Wish debuting at like 60
Strange
million.
World, Wish, Buzz Lightyear. Yeah. So the originals.
Lightyear is like bullshit because they're like no sequels, but we're still gonna run that IP into the ground. Yeah.
And speaking of running IPs into the ground, it was announced last year that we were getting a live action Moana remake already.